another episode of Ignite Your Power, the Kathy Mount podcast. I'm so excited for you to be here today because we're diving into something that affects all of us and something so important and so crucial for us to know. And it's a topic that I love talking about, negative energy. So, you know that feeling when you walk into a room and it just feels off? Or when you're around certain people and afterwards you feel drained, anxious, or heavy, or just so tired. That's negative energy at play. And if you don't know how to clear it, it can stick to you and lower your vibration. And you want to be the most high vibrational person that you can be, so you can be that manifester, so you can live the life that you desire. And so you need to be high vibrational. And in this episode, we're going to deep dive into 5 major causes of negative energy, how to recognize when it's affecting you, and most importantly, how to get rid of it. So I'll be sharing powerful spiritual tools like Reiki, cord cutting, energy shielding, and cleansing rituals so you can protect your energy and stay in alignment. So if you've been feeling off lately, if you've been carrying emotions that aren't even yours, or if you just want to learn how to keep your energy clear and high vibe, this episode is for you. But before we get into it, I want to introduce myself. If you don't know who I am, I'm Kathy. I'm an empowerment coach. I empower people to love themselves by giving you self-care, self-love care practices to teach you how to live the BS life. A concept that I came about is called living the bliss soft life. Being in your power, knowing that you're this true, amazing soul being. And when you do, you're going to unlock your power. You're going to ignite your power so then that you can be this magnificent, high vibrational being to manifest all your desires. And life will be so much more blissful, so much more softer than what you have previously learned or believed in. And I'm here to teach you that anything is possible by giving you tools and perspectives and outlooks so that you can shift your mindset from the old you to the new amazing you that you can be. So today's episode is going to be so powerful and empowering, and this was actually requested by my twin to do. So here I am doing this episode. So stay tuned. All right, so let's start by understanding where negative energy comes from. So, a lot of people think negative energy is just about emotions, which it can be, right? Your thoughts create your reality. And if all of your thoughts are all negativity or all fear-based, your reality is going to be showing up that way. But it can also be other people's energy that's affecting you. So if it's energy that lingers, attaches, and drains you, sometimes without you even realizing it, it's the other person affecting you. So there are a few main sources of this energy, and once you learn to recognize them, you can start clearing them out of your life. And so before we get into like the energy drainers or what drains your energy, I want to just explain in general what the basics of energy is. So I believe that everything on earth, everything in this whole universe, God, source, creation, whatever you believe in, is all energy. And so we feel and believe everything, and we're just this ball of light. And we created this earth learning place for us to be in a physical world where we can learn soul things that we want to do, which is more higher consciousness than us that we can actually understand. So if everything is energy and everything can affect our energy, how do you protect yourself from others? And if you're an empath like me, you can feel other people's energies, emotions, feelings more so than other people. And so at that point, it's so important as an empath to really shield your energy, to understand if it's coming from outer or is it coming from inner. And so being aware of whose energy you're taking on, and sometimes you might not even be aware, but you need to be aware of how and what is affecting your energy and tapping into your own source and power, and which most of us don't even do or realize, right? So I just wanted to give you a little bit of the basics of what energy is. And so a lot of us are in this low vibrational, low negative energy aspect, and I want people to learn tools to get out of it so we can be more high vibrational. And when you are more high vibrational, then you can manifest your desires and what you want in life. And being in a negative state as well, a negative energy or low vibrational state, that's where like you can't be able to do anything because you're just so low vibrational. You're just stuck in this victim mentality of like, can't do this, I can't. And like you feel a pull and push of like, everything's so hard, heavy. And this is why I want to get you out of that negative energy space so you can create a bliss off life that we all deserve. And so let's get into what can drain your energy. And once you start noticing these certain things, you can literally put these practices into motion so you can get rid of the negative, so you can be this positive, amazing light that you are. First off, have you ever been around someone who just exhausts you? And trust me, I know that everybody here listening has been around at least one person that literally exhausts you, or that irritates you, or that gets you in that annoyed state of vibration, or, a lower vibrational state. Maybe they're constantly complaining, creating drama, or always needing something from you, but never giving anything back. And with social media, right? Like this, you can scroll, and if everything is energy, even what you're scrolling and consuming can affect your energy. So please be aware of what you are consuming. But again, let's go back to what I was saying. People that are always draining your energy, I call these people energy vampires, okay? People who intentionally or not drain your energy. But that's why it's so important who you hang out with or who you surround yourself with. And if you're always surrounded by a group of ladies or people that just talk a lot of ish about others, or they're just creating drama, you know that they are low vibrational, and just be aware and be like, hey, I don't want to associate with myself and be associated with you all the time, right? Just being aware of that. But it's not just being around these people in the moment, too. Sometimes we can carry energetic cords from past relationships, old friendships, or even situations that are long over, but they can still affect us. And these attachments can make you feel stuck, weighed down, or even obsessed with certain people or past experiences. And so, how do you notice it? If you feel drained, anxious, or exhausted after interacting with someone, ding, 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 that's a sign that they're energy vampires. Also, if you keep thinking about a person or situation, even when you don't want to, in a negative sense, and you're just like, oh, why do they do this, then that, and this? They're energy vampires, okay? And last but not least, if your emotions feel off or you pick up on the other person's feelings without realizing it, then they're also an energy vampire. And so these three things, if it sounds familiar to you, that means you are affected by somebody that has drained your energy, and that's their energy that you're picking up and that they drained it from you. But don't worry, I'm going to give you powerful ways to release these energy cords and take your power back. And I just want to have you be aware of how others truly can affect you. And if you allow other people to affect you, it's truly going to affect you. So I'm working through that. I'm a type of person who is an empath. I feel other people's emotions so intensely. I care about others so much. I think about other people all the time. So how do I protect my own energy? If I'm always giving it all out to others, how do I pour it back into myself? So I do these certain rituals that I'm going to give you guys. Not all of them, but Pick what resonates with you, okay? And again, just start with one thing and then you can move on to the rest. So let's talk about how to actually clear these energy attachments and protect your vibration. There are 5 things that I like to use. Number one is Reiki healing. I'm not a Reiki master myself, but I do get Reiki sessions with other people. And so if you don't know what Reiki is, a Reiki session can clear out energy blockages and help release cords that no longer serve you. And if you've never tried Reiki, it's a beautiful way to reset your energy and get rid of anything that's weighing you down. And Reiki is like, you have a Reiki master who moves energy to help you release all the blockages in your body or clear out all the negative energy. It's like tuning your energy in your body. I love doing that because, like I said, everything is energy, so why not have a Reiki master do that for you? And I've built certain things release when I've had these sessions. So find a Reiki master that you really trust and believe in, and make sure you do your research. And yeah, I love Reiki. I know a couple of people, so if you need some suggestions, please DM me or comment below, and then I will send some people your way. Okay, another thing that you can do is cord cutting visualization. So you can close your eyes and imagine an energetic cord between you and the person or situations that's draining you. And I want you to now picture a bright white light cutting that cord, sealing your energy field and releasing them with love. And I love this because you can do this at home. I've done this a lot with all my clients, and every time they do this, they feel much lighter after they do this cord cutting visualization. So, get into a meditative state and then imagine what's really affecting you, that person, the cord, whatever it may be, and then have like, yeah, a scissors and cut it. And really imagine that. And then be aware of how you feel after you come out of that visualization and just take note of it. Number 3, you can do salt baths and smudging. So take an Epsom salt bath to cleanse your aura, or use sage, Palo Santo, or incense to clear your energy field. And I love using Palo Santo right now. I was gifted a Palo Santo candle and I love it. I use sage too also as well around the house to clear negative energy. And sometimes I really feel like there's like this heavy energy on me. I'm just clearing it out. It feels so good. Ooh, another one that I love to do on a daily basis is energy shielding. So every morning, visualize a golden or white light surrounding you like a bubble of protection. You can set the intention that only love and positive energy can enter. And by setting this intention, it's like having this bubble protect you from outer source or outer things that really annoy you, or energy vampires. They really can take your energy, but if you put this ball of light around you, it's a beautiful way to protect your own energy and light and love. um, and last but not least, set boundaries. Okay, not all energy vampires need to stay in your life. If someone constantly drains you, it's okay to take a step back and prioritize your well-being. So setting boundaries and letting people know, like, hey, you're crossing this boundary. No, no more. And say you hang out with a group of people that always are low vibrational, that talk badly about other people, that create drama, and you don't want to associate yourself with them anymore. Slowly cut them out of your life. Don't go out with them often. If say you guys used to hang out once a week, maybe do it once a month and then slowly stop hanging out with them and find a group of people that you actually can connect with that are more high vibrational, and watch your life change. Because if your energy is low vibrational, you're gonna have, all low vibrational things happening to you. But if you're high vibrational, man, life is so bright and so lovely and so blissful. You're only going to want to live life this way. And also, you're going to see more magic, more miracles. You're going to meet most amazing, cool people. Like, life on this side of the high vibrational end is so fun. It really is. And it makes life more fulfilling and fun. So who doesn't want to live life to the fullest every single day instead of like waiting for something to happen? You're already knowing that every day is a blessing and it's fun. Okay? So setting boundaries is it's not easy, okay, for people, not everybody. Setting boundaries was hard for myself, but once I did it, it feels so good. It's hard, but do it. Just stand up for yourself because no one else is going to stand up for you. Remember that. So, when you clear these cords and shield yourself, you'll feel lighter, more energized, and in control of your own energy. And trust me, once you start doing this regularly, you'll immediately notice when something is throwing off your vibe. And yes, I do this so often that I definitely feel things when they are off. Like you just know. You just know. You're like, oh, this feels icky, or why do I feel off? And then you'll start like realizing, okay, I gotta do this or that, shield my energy, get it all away. And then you'll start feeling more like your high vibrational self. All right, now that we've talked about energy, vampires, and attachments, let's dive into some other major causes of negative energy. These are things that can slowly build up in your life and lower your vibration without you even realizing it. But once you know how to recognize them, you can start clearing them out right away. All right, so let's do number two. So number one was energy vampires. Number two is clutter and stagnant energy in your space. So did you know that physical clutter can hold energetic clutter too? When your home, car, or workspace is messy or full of things you don't love, it can trap stagnant energy and even affect your mood. Energy needs to flow freely, just like water. If it gets blocked, it can create heaviness, stress, and overwhelm in your life. So, how do you notice it? When you feel tired or unmotivated when you're in a certain space, or your home or workspace feels heavy or chaotic. And last but not least, if you have a hard time focusing or making decisions, these things can be a sign that you have clutter and stagnant energy in your space. And also, this applies to your clothes as well. Like hoarding clothes, this is why we do spring cleaning or trying to get rid of all the old stuff. You need to move all of that out. And when you wear old clothes as well, you're holding on to the old energy that you used to be. And when you wear it, you're going to be that old version of you again. And so why would you want to go back to that energy when you worked so hard to build yourself to the new you? So getting rid of that old clothes that you don't need or that you don't wear, get rid of it. And tip two, try to buy high vibrational clothing, like 100% cotton, linen, silk. These are all high vibrational things. Do not try to get clothes that are polyester or made of plastic because these are all low vibrational state clothing. And so think about everything is energy again. These things can make you low vibrational and help with that stagnant energy in your life, in your space. So by clearing old clothes is a great way to help get rid of that. Um, so how to clear out these stagnant energies and declutter. So first off, obviously, declutter your stuff. So donate or get rid of anything that no longer serves you. And if it doesn't bring you joy or have a purpose, let it go. Let it go because you don't need it. Like, why do you need to hoard things around? Because again, if you're hoarding old things that you don't even use, that is old energy that you do not need in your space. So you need to clear up, get rid of the old so you can bring in the new. And if it's just so overwhelmed of all this energy, how is new energy going to come in? Right? Okay, another way you can clear out this energy and is energy cleanse your space. Again, you can use sage, Palo Santo. You can even use sound healing like bills or singing bowls to clear stuck energy. Open the windows and set the intention for fresh, positive energy to flow in, right? You can also rearrange furniture and add plants. Shifting things around and adding plants, crystals, or salt lamps can help create a more balanced, uplifting space. And in my space, I have little crystals here and there by my bedside, by my office. I have my cards that I love that make me happy. I open the windows and get air in, fresh air in, so I feel like I can liven up my office space because being in your office is not always the funnest thing, right? Because that's where you work. But luckily, I love my work. But how do I make it more fun? You can do things like that, or even get painting or things that motivate you, make you happy to be in that space because your environment deeply affects your energy. So the more you cleanse and create a high vibrational space for yourself, the more high vibrational you will be. Isn't that so easy? All right, so number three, what is negative energy? Holding on to past pain and emotional baggage. So negative energy doesn't just come from people or places, it can come from within. If you're holding on to past hurt, resentment, or fear, that energy stays stuck in your body and aura, affecting everything from your emotions to your health. So, how to notice it? If you keep replaying past events in your mind, you feel anger, sadness, or fear that lingers even when nothing is happening, and you have physical tension like tight shoulders, headaches, or digestive issues, those are huge signs that you're holding on to past pain and emotional baggage. And I'm guilty of all of these. Always replay past events of things when I messed up and I'm not a perfectionist. Like, oh, I feel icky and I'm like, ooh. And sometimes I'll feel sadness or anger that just kind of comes out of nowhere. And I'm like, why is this showing up right now? And I have crazy physical, like tense, tight shoulders right here. And I have digestive issues. So I know most of like my endo pains and um health issues that I have is because I hold on to past pain and trauma and I haven't released all of that yet. But there are ways that I've been doing and using that I'll share right now. So you can do journaling and shadow work. So write out your feelings, ask yourself what you need to heal and release it on paper. And a lot of people don't like journaling. Yes, I know it can be tedious, but trust me, it's so powerful. Just sitting down asking the why questions, like why am I feeling this way? What do I need to do to heal? Like asking yourself questions and just letting the paper or your brain just do a brain dump on it. It feels so good. Another thing that I love to do again is energy healing. You can do Reiki, breath work, or meditation because these practices help release stored emotions and bring peace. And I know that a lot of people are doing where like you do tapping and stuff. So do whatever you want, right? These are all things that you can apply for yourself. And you can also do some movement and dance. So your body holds onto emotions. So moving, dancing, or even shaking your arms and legs helps release stuck energy. And the more you let go of what no longer serves you, the more space you create for joy, love, and abundance. And I know that also it's so hard to release these negative energies because we're so used to it. It's kind of a part of us now. And a lot of us don't want to face those fears that we've had to do. That's why shadow work is so important because shadow work is like seeing the darkness of like the shadows of what you have not tapped into. And when you work through them, you'll unlock a lot of traumas and things that you're fearful of that you don't want to tap into. But in order to actually overcome and move on to the next step, you're going to have to face it head on to overcome all these little weird things. And once you do, and once you do the hard work, really tapping into all of that, you will then be able to be healthier, happier you. And yeah, I'm still in that journey of healing from my traumas and past beliefs, but I feel like I'm moving in the right direction every single day, even though sometimes I feel like like having a setback. But once I have that setback, I like catapult to the next level, you know? So you can do it. And again, yes, doing this work can be hard by yourself, but if you do it with somebody else, like a coach like me, to help guide you and do this work with you, it's much easier. So you don't have to do it alone if you don't want to. But throwing it out there that coaching may be the calling for you if you're listening right now. All right, number 4, negative self-talk and limiting beliefs, right? Sometimes the biggest source of negative energy is our own thoughts. So if you're constantly telling yourself you're not good enough, that things won't work out, or doubting yourself, you're creating low vibrational energy that affects your reality. So how to notice it? Where you're always criticizing yourself or comparing yourself to others, often that's a sign that you have negative self-talk and limiting beliefs about yourself. Another thing is you feel stuck, unmotivated, or feel like you're not enough. And last but not least, you notice the same negative patterns repeating in your life. And so these are signs that you do a lot of negative self-talk and limiting beliefs, and that your thoughts are so negative. You need to change that, okay? You need to overcome these things so you don't criticize yourself, so you're not feeling stuck anymore. And you really want to get out of this negative pattern. And if it's repeating over and over again, like certain lessons and certain thoughts and certain things, that means you have not overcome that lesson yet. And usually it's because we're so hard on ourselves. We're talking negatively about ourselves. We have these limiting beliefs that hold us back from our true power to really ignite our own power to live the life that we're meant to live. And part of it is that ego mind in the back of your mind and your subconscious mind holding you back from jumping forward and taking that leap into the unknown of, yes, that's meant for you. So there are things that you can clear it, okay? So you can say affirmations and positive rewiring. So start your day with affirmations like, I am powerful, I am worthy, I attract only positive energy. And you say this into the mirror, which is way more powerful because when you look at yourself and you're saying it, it's literally telling your mind, like, dude, I am powerful, I am worthy. Even if you first say it and you feel a little weird or you don't believe it, but the more you keep doing it, the more you're going to believe it and tell your brain and your subconscious mind, like, hey, I am these things. And then you will start feeling and believing and being that. So this is why I love affirmations and having your brain rewire new neurons, because unless you don't change something, you're never going to change. So all the neurons is going to keep being the same thing. But in order to change, you have to do something new, even though it feels uncomfortable, yes. But know that you're working it towards a better you, a more positive you, a better outcome. So keep going because it will pay off. Okay, I want you to also have mindfulness and awareness. So pay attention to your thoughts. When a negative one comes up, ask yourself, is this true or is this just a story I've been telling myself? So be aware, be aware. Start being aware of how you're thinking, what your thought process is every time you have a negative one, as much as possible. I know it can be tiring at first to always think this way and be like, I don't have to ask myself again. You're going to notice more and more of how easier it becomes. You're just, again, using a muscle that you have not used and that you've just been so trained to just put on pilot. No, take it out of pilot mode and please start being aware and trying to question that little part of it to start getting you understanding, like, okay, this is not true about me. Let's change this narrative. Last but not least, energy work and tapping. EFT, so emotional freedom techniques, tapping help release negative beliefs stored in the body. And like I mentioned earlier, tapping is so popular right now because it can help release those negative beliefs that are stored from trauma or past things. And when we do these little certain techniques, it might work for you and it might not. So these are just ways that you can help release these negative patterns. And remember, your mind is powerful. And when you shift your thoughts, you shift your entire energy field. So again, your thoughts create your reality. So If you're speaking positivity, you're speaking all these empowering things to yourself, you're more likely going to accomplish what you want. And then when you accomplish what you want, you're going to get the outcome that you want, right? But say you're in this low vibrational state and you're doing negative, self-sabotaging things, and so you're not going to be doing the action steps that you need to get yourself to where you want to be. You're going to be further from it because you're not even taking those action steps to get there, right? So it starts with having that powerful mind of, okay, yes, I don't feel like doing it, but I'm going to do it because I'm going to get closer to who I want to be. And then when I am closer to who I want to be, I'm going to get this thing that I want faster, sooner than when you're in this low vibrational state. Right? Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Last but not least, it can be spiritual blockages and lack of energy protection. So if you're not protecting your energy, you might be picking up on all kinds of spiritual gunk from other people's emotions to collective negativity. So without energetic boundaries, you can feel scattered, disconnected, or drained. So how to notice it? You feel overwhelmed, anxious, or ungrounded for no reason. You pick up on other people's moods or emotions, and you feel disconnected from your intuition or spiritual belief. And this is exactly what I believe, that we're in this stuck matrix reality. I believe that this world, or whatever reality we are in, they literally make us feel this way. They make us feel overwhelmed, anxious, or ungrounded. They literally put us in a low vibrational state. They make us fear-based, and they make us really not tap into our intuition or spiritual self. They distract us with phones. They distract us with the news and all these outer distractions to not be able to tap into our own power. So this is why I love teaching y'all that whatever you may be perceiving or believing might not be true, right? So always question and second guess, is this actually true? And feel it in your being and follow that intuition, because all of us have intuition. All of us have these spiritual powers. It's just if you're tapping into it or not. All right, so how do you clear these spiritual blockages and lack of energy? Protection. You need to practice grounding practices like walk barefoot on the earth, meditate, or use grounding crystals like black tourmaline or hematite. You can also do daily energy protection. You can imagine a white or golden light surrounding you like a shield and say, I am protected, only love and light can enter my field. You can also have or do spiritual cleansing rituals like using Reiki, doing sound healing so you can keep your energy field clear. Last but not least, you can disconnect from digital noise. Like social media, news, and other people's opinions can clutter your energy. So take breaks and come back to your own vibration. So protecting your energy is just as important as protecting your physical health. The more you take care of your spiritual hygiene, the stronger and more aligned you'll feel. And again, our reality or our society makes us believe that our physical health is the most important thing. Yes, we live in a physical world, and yes, our bodies are important. But at the same time, we are spiritual beings. How are you taking care of your spiritual self on a daily basis? Like our soul is inside of our body. How are you protecting your soul? How are you protecting the spiritual being that you are? You have to practice it on a daily basis. And spiritually, if you're spiritually off or you're out of alignment with it, you'll notice your life will be completely different. And I know I grew up in a very more high vibrational state than maybe other people. It's really honestly what your avatar picked for this lifetime. But I feel like I was already born into a lineage of more high vibrational beings or people. And so I've always attracted love, and I've had always this positive, good energy. And I just can't explain it. And I love it so much that I know that it's a privilege to have. And I know that not everybody has that. But I have this love for my friends and family or the people that I meet are all these high vibrational, loving people. And that's so beautiful to have and see. But also, on the other hand, too, I mean, I practice being kind. I practice being this high vibrational being because I know whatever is affecting me can affect others and vice versa, right? And so I only connect with high vibrational beings, like giving the energy and time to those. I mean, yes, I do talk to low vibrational people. I try to help them out, but I do not surround myself with all of that 24/7 because that's so draining for me. It's so draining for my energy. How am I going to do all the work that I need to do, right? So just notice your capacity for what you can hold because all of us are different. But remember, negative energy is everywhere, but you don't have to let it control you. When you become aware of what's draining you and use spiritual tools like Reiki, cord cutting, cleansing, and grounding, you can take your power back. So, what's one thing you're going to start doing today to clear your energy? Let me know. I'd love to hear that. And if you're ready to get even deeper into healing and energy work, you can book a one-on-one free empowerment call to see if we would be great at working together, if our energies are compatible, if your energy is ready for it. Or you can even book a numerology guidance card reading with me to get answers if you're in the right direction. And let's clear out the old and make space for the best version of you because you deserve it. I'll also put those in the links below. I hope today's episode brought you some clarity or some insight about how negative energy can truly affect you. And it can come from other people, it can come from your thoughts, it can come from, even your space around you. I hope this episode was eye-opening to what really is affecting your energy. And I hope you become more aware of who you are, what your energy feels like on a daily basis. And yeah, I hope this was a great episode for you to really tap into who you truly are on an energetic level so you can be this amazing manifester, so you can be a high vibrational being, so you can be that manifester that you want to be to get the desires and the outcomes that you want because we all deserve it. And I feel it so, so much. Like, I notice that there's so much trapped old energy in me that I need to release, like I said, from past traumas. And once I'm releasing that, I can let in the new. And I feel my baby boy specifically coming closer. And I'm trying to conceive baby number two. And I just feel this positive energy around me. Like he's ready to come. He's just ready for me and my husband to get some of our stuff together. And then I feel like he'll be here so soon, and I'm just so excited for it. But again, are you aware of how you are truly on a day-to-day basis? So I hope this episode has helped you. And hopefully, I'll see you in the next episode. And hopefully, you can share this with someone who needs to hear this. Because the more you share this with others, the more that we can help raise the conscious and awareness of the whole collective in this whole world. And you're going to help that person be better, be more high vibrational. So don't forget to go and ignite your power and live the BS life. I'll see you in my next episode. Bye.